Hey guys, welcome back. Today is going to be a great episode because I actually chose one of the very trendy colors this year for Christmas, and I want to do a video around that color palette and show you how you get that really elegant look. The great thing about this theme is it's quite classic in its appearance as well, and there's a couple different twists that you can take to get a really stunning tree. Also, you can consider me your personal shopping assistant, as I have found lots of great items that I put in the description below to demonstrate how you can get this beautiful theme. It's going to be a lot of fun today, guys, so let's get started. In my 16 Christmas tree design series, this is Christmas tree number 10, and this is called Chateau Cheer. So I wanted to really play off of the very modern and trendy style this year of the Burgundy color theme. But I wanted to go in and hit on the topic that if you go in and type Burgundy into an online portal of some sort, you're going to get a lot of shades of Burgundy. And to me, it kind of reminds me of this beautiful wine palette, you know, from the Burgundy to the Merlot to the Bordeaux. So this kind of range in between of like a cranberry type of red to maybe even a little bit of a brownish type of red to even more of a purpley type of red. And so all of these are typically considered in the Burgundy range when you start to type and search for these items. And so I wanted to kind of take you away from that of it has to be a specific type of burgundy color and show you that actually you can take this kind of wine sampler of a beautiful color palette and put them all on a Christmas tree, and it can be a really beautiful effect. And so I did a couple of different varieties of this to really show you how you can take this in different elegant ways. If you like a really contrasting look of a white background versus even something monochromatic, and your classic Christmas tree as well. So I did this in multiple different ways just to give you an idea on how this could look in your home. And all this is going to be based on your personal preference, but there's certainly going to be a style here that anyone can appreciate and really fall in love with. So I'm excited to show you how to jump in and get this beautiful wine-inspired themed Christmas tree in your home this Christmas season. And you certainly don't need to be a wine lover to appreciate the beautiful variation of hues of this burgundy color palette. So how do we create this Christmas tree? First, we're going to start off with some beautiful tree options, and one of the ones I want to show you first is something a little bit more unique with a absolutely red Christmas tree. And so this is something that I found so beautiful in that monochromatic type of look. If you want to go with a red undertone on that Christmas tree, you're really going to get a high impact. Also, something that's very high impact and contrasting is that white background, so maybe a flocked Christmas tree, or even if you wanted to go with a pure white Christmas tree, this is really going to make those burgundy ornaments and the variety of reds and hues that you create really pop. And then also, to give it a little bit more of a classic appearance, if you don't want to have something so bold in your home, you're going to have that beautiful nostalgic feeling with a typical green Christmas tree and still maintain a very elegant look. For the ribbon on this Christmas tree, I really am drawn to a lot of the beautiful velvet type of ribbons. I did find one with a gold lattice type of pattern. Remember, I did mention to you gold is a beautiful accent for most Christmas trees. But the velvet ribbons on the tree that you can create are so gorgeous, and I really was drawn to the thicker velvet for this tree to really give a high impact. So I did find a couple of 4-inch ribbons that I wanted to share with you, and there's just a couple of nice options here. Even this one with the embossed gold emblems on them, that's really quite a beautiful ribbon. For the garland on this Christmas tree, if you wanted to go with one, I do like the beaded type of garland. I think that it adds a nice elegant touch. You don't have to overdo it. I kind of tuck it into a Christmas tree and let it kind of peek out here and there as if it was a piece of jewelry draping. You don't necessarily have to do it in a specific pattern, but you can. And so there's just two different ways that you can apply your garland, and it really comes down to your personal preference and taste. Picks and florals are a really great way to get a lot of impact on a Christmas tree, to get a lot of texture, and especially if you would go with a green Christmas tree, this is going to allow you to bring in a lot of that color onto the Christmas tree. If you go with an all red, you certainly don't need as many picks, but this is going to allow you to bring in that texture to a Christmas tree. And for me, I find that texture in a Christmas tree, that variation of what you're looking at, to give Christmas trees a very nice designer look. It gives them a lot of visual interest and a lot of visual impact. So I do like to add a lot of those throughout the Christmas tree. Using them also as toppers to your Christmas tree can be a really nice effect. And you can see scrolling through here that I have beautiful flowers that are coming up, as well as, you know, the magnolias versus the poinsettias. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that I really love magnolias in a Christmas tree. I think they're a beautiful flower. And of course, I added pieces in here that are going to be just kind of texture pieces. So visual interest with the baby's breaths, different types of leaf variations, berry variations. These are going to be things that are just going to change that structure throughout the Christmas tree, and also extend it past the original shape of the tree. So extending it in different areas just gives it a little bit more texture. From the ornament perspective, I did find several variations of ornaments that are very nice. I did find some in that burgundy hue, and when I say burgundy hue, I'm going to be kind of referring to, in the ornament section, a little bit more towards this softer red, maybe a little bit of a purplish hue to it, somewhat of a cranberry hue to it. And this is going to be with the velvet type of ornaments that are so nice, so pretty. And then I have some kind of in a merlot hue, which have a little bit of the almost like a brown type of undertone to that red. And again, some very nice options here, some in the velvet, some in the regular type of baubles, so there's many beautiful touches there. Maybe even a large 6-inch version, which when you get those larger ornaments, that definitely adds nice impact to a Christmas tree. And then in the Bordeaux type of color palette with that little bit more purple hue to it, some beautiful options as well. I think that the matte ornaments is a nice option for this type of Christmas tree. It's a very elegant and trendy type of ornament, but even the classic glass, they're always going to be an elegant touch in a Christmas tree. So as long as you don't have, you know, animals or children that are going to knock them off your Christmas tree, that's a nice option. And even something like where you can see in these mixed colored variations where they're a little bit more elongated, you can see that I have more of like the burgundy and the merlot together, that you can really kind of get a feeling for what those two look like together. But again, I kind of have those separated out in what my kind of interpretation of those color palettes are, but you can actually blend these ornaments onto these Christmas trees quite nicely together. For the toppers on this Christmas tree, again, I really like to do a topper that's kind of a mixture of ribbon and also picks and florals. But if you like a little bit more of a simpler look, you could go with a star, for example, a nice burgundy star on the top of your Christmas tree. Maybe even a gold starburst if you're someone who has used some gold touches throughout the tree. You could potentially look at this gold and this nice red color, ruby colored star for on top of your Christmas tree. And also another classic that I really like for the top of a Christmas tree are these beautiful handcrafted finials. for the skirts on a Christmas tree, just something nice with a lot of texture. I had the red ruffles in there because I think that can give a lot of volume, especially if you kind of amp it up underneath of that skirt with maybe a blanket or things like that to give it a little bit more volume. You could go with this beautiful red scallop skirt that has the gold accents, especially if you use some of the ribbon that has a little bit of the gold touches throughout. I'm very partial to doing fabric draping around the Christmas tree, in the Christmas tree, so I did include a couple of fabrics here. So for example, this thinner cheesecloth one you can put up in the Christmas tree, as you can see in the one example has that beautiful just kind of swag right up down the middle of the Christmas tree, which is just a really elegant touch, unexpected and quite beautiful. Adding the draping fabric around the bottom of the Christmas tree is also a stunning way to give a very high impact designer look. Or even this faux fur, which I thought was a really nice textured item that could give a lot of volume under a Christmas tree. You could drape this, for example, over a collar just to give the nice amount of volume without needing as much fabric. And under the other section, sometimes I like to include some things here just to inspire you on how to set the scene with a Christmas tree. I did include some of these beautiful velvet trees and this mercury glass tree, which I think, on a coffee table, maybe on next to this type of Christmas tree or fireplace would be quite beautiful. And for something like this, if you wanted to put a couple of nice cozy throws on your couch, wouldn't that just be something lovely to bring in that warmth and that texture across? You could even consider pillow throws, which I didn't include here, but things like that. The candlestick holders, that you could add these touches throughout the home, which could really give you that vibe of setting the scene and doing this burgundy theme throughout. And so I really like that when you can kind of get that really elegant touch in that way. And I think that that's, these little details are what can really elevate your space in your room. So guys, you'll have to let me know what you think of this trending burgundy color for Christmas this year. If that's something you might have been doing all along, so you're on trend if that's the case. And guys, if you're really starting to get into your Christmas holiday planning, now's the time to consider going out and checking out my book, The Grandeur of Christmas, because this is a really beautiful tabletop book that you can use to absolutely plan the best Christmas decorations and Christmas holiday this season. I love this book for that reason. And then it can become a nice memento to have on your coffee table as part of your Christmas decor, something that you can use for decoration year after year. So it's a really nice piece. You should go and check it out so that you can get yours and get ready for this holiday season coming up, because it is coming up fast now. So we are getting very excited about that and trying to get you all the Christmas videos you need to inspire you and choose the right Christmas tree for you this year. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.